Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Life is tough. Life will hit you, knock you down, push you around, but let me tell you something. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how you keep moving forward. It's about having the courage to stand tall when everything around you is telling you to quit. It's about refusing to let fear, failure, or fatigue write your story. Because if you can dig deep, if you can push past the pain, if you can keep going when every fiber of your being tells you to stop, then you'll discover something incredible. You'll find out that strength isn't just in the body. It's in the mind, the heart, the soul. This speech isn't for the ones looking for an easy way out. This is for the fighters, the warriors, the ones who refuse to let life define them. It's time to step up. It's time to dig in. It's time to find the courage to keep going. Pain is something we all experience. No matter who we are, no matter where we come from, it doesn't care about your background, your past, or your plans. Pain will come knocking when you least expect it, challenging you to see how bad you really want it. Some people let pain break them. They fold, they quit, they walk away. But let me ask you this. Does quitting make the pain disappear? No. It just replaces one type of pain with another. The pain of regret. The pain of knowing you gave up before you even gave yourself a chance. That's the pain. That's the pain of knowing you gave up before you even gave yourself a chance. But the ones who push through, the ones who feel that burn and still take another step forward, those are the ones who make it. Those are the ones who win. Because pain is temporary. It's like a storm that rolls in, darkens the sky, makes everything feel impossible. But guess what? No storm lasts forever. It passes. The sun comes back out. And if you held on, if you fought through it, you come out stronger than before. You ever look at someone successful and think, man, they must have had it easy? No, they didn't. They had their battles, their struggles, their moments when they thought about quitting just like you. But they didn't let pain be the final chapter in their story. They kept writing, they kept pushing, they kept showing up, even when it hurt. That's what separates winners from those who stop before they ever reach their potential. Pain is proof that you're growing. Think about it. When you lift weights, your muscles tear before they grow back stronger. When you learn something new, your brain struggles before it masters the skill. Life is no different. The struggle is the process. And if you can make peace with that, if you can look pain in the eye and say, "You will not break me," then you've already won. But quitting, that's permanent. That's you deciding that whatever is in front of you is stronger than what's inside of you. And I don't believe that. I don't believe you were put here to fold under pressure. I don't believe you were built to back down. I believe there is something inside of you that is bigger than your obstacles, something greater than your pain. And when you find that, when you tap into that, nothing can stop you. Failure is often misunderstood. Most people see it as an end, a stopping point where progress ceases and dreams fade. But in reality, failure is a stepping stone, not a dead end. It is a teacher, a guide, a necessary component of success. Every great individual, every innovator, every person who has ever accomplished something meaningful has encountered failure along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they proceed and respond to failure. When you attempt something new, something ambitious, failure is not just a possibility, it is almost a certainty at some point. It does not mean you are incapable or unworthy. It simply means you are learning, adapting, and evolving. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when you are challenged, when you face adversity, and when you push past obstacles that initially seem insurmountable. The greatest lessons in life come not from easy wins, but from hard-fought battles. From mistakes, from the moments when you fall short and have to find a way to rise again. History is full of stories of individuals who faced devastating failures before reaching extraordinary success. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. But he never saw those failures as wasted effort. He saw them as learning experiences, each one bringing him closer to the solution. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. That failure could have made him quit. But instead, it fueled his determination to work harder, to push himself beyond his limits, to become one of the greatest to ever play the game. Failure is a signal, a moment that forces you to pause, reflect, and adjust. It reveals weaknesses, areas where improvement is needed. It forces you to develop resilience, persistence, and adaptability. If everything in life came easy, there would be no growth, no strength built through struggle, no character forged in adversity. It is through setbacks that you gain wisdom, experience, and the ability to handle future challenges with greater confidence. One of the biggest reasons people fear failure is because they attach it to their identity. They believe that failing at something means they are a failure. But failure is not a reflection of who you are. It is simply an event, a temporary circumstance. It does not define you unless you allow it to. What defines you is how you respond, how you pick yourself up, how you use failure as fuel rather than as an excuse to stop trying. Successful people do not avoid failure. They embrace it. They understand that failure is part of the process. They fail fast, learn quickly, and move forward. They do not dwell on mistakes or let them shatter their confidence. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, extract valuable lessons, and apply them to their next attempt. Each failure makes them stronger, sharper, more prepared for success. There is power in failure because it forces you to step outside your comfort zone. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you never fail, it means you are not challenging yourself enough, not pushing beyond your limits, not striving for something greater. Playing it safe may keep you from experiencing failure, but it also keeps you from achieving anything truly meaningful. Reframing failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end changes everything. Instead of seeing it as something to fear, you begin to see it as something to leverage. Instead of avoiding failure, you start embracing it as a necessary part of the journey. Every failure brings with it new knowledge, new insights, new opportunities. Sometimes failure redirects you to something even better than what you originally planned. What you further embraces what you're learning is the only way it will help you. Failure builds character. It humbles you, teaches patience, and strengthens your willpower. It separates those who truly want something from those who only wish for it. Anyone can dream, but only those willing to fail repeatedly will ever achieve their full potential. It is the resilience to keep going, the willingness to endure discomfort, and the ability to find meaning in setbacks that ultimately lead to greatness. Fear of failure keeps too many people stuck in mediocrity. They hesitate, overthink, and procrastinate because they are afraid of making mistakes. But the truth is, failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. The only true failure is refusing to try. The greatest regrets in life do not come from the things you failed at. They come from the things you never attempted because you were too afraid to fail. Failing means you are in the game. It means you are taking risks, learning, growing, evolving. It means you are alive, pushing forward, striving to become better. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. The path to greatness is paved with moments of failure. But those who refuse to quit will eventually reach their destination. Fear is an illusion. It is a construct of the mind, a story we tell ourselves based on past experiences, imagined failures, and the unknown. It whispers doubts, paints worst-case scenarios, and convinces us to stay within the boundaries of comfort. But fear is not real. It has no tangible form, no physical weight. It exists only in thoughts, feeding on hesitation and uncertainty. The moment you challenge it, the moment you step forward despite it, fear begins to shrink. It loses its grip because fear has no power beyond what you give it. And so, when you allow yourself to fear and reduce it to necessary agitation, it loses its grip because fear has no power beyond what you give it. Think about all the times fear has held you back. The opportunities missed, the words left unsaid, the dreams postponed, not because you weren't capable, but because fear convinced you that you weren't ready, that you weren't good enough, that failure was inevitable. But if fear was real, if it had substance, it wouldn't disappear the moment you took action. The truth is, the second you step toward what scares you, fear weakens. The monster in your mind is just a shadow, and when you shine the light of action on it, it fades. Every great achievement, every success story, every breakthrough happened because someone chose to push past fear. They felt the doubt, the anxiety, the uncertainty, but they moved forward anyway. Fear wants you to freeze, to hesitate, to second-guess yourself. It wants you to believe in limits that do not exist. But the only way to know what you're truly capable of is to move through it. Fear stands at the door of every opportunity, every dream, every transformation. It is the final test before growth. It asks, how bad do you want this? And if you let it, it will turn you around before you even try. Struggle is the foundation of strength. Every challenge, every hardship, every moment of adversity shapes who you are and who you will become. Strength isn't built in comfort, it's built in discomfort. It's built when you are pushed to your limits, when you feel like giving up, when the weight of life feels unbearable, yet you keep moving forward. Strength isn't given, it's earned. It's earned through pain, through sacrifice, through persistence when everything in you wants to quit. Think about the strongest people you know. They didn't get there by avoiding struggle. They got there by embracing it, by pushing through the difficulties that life threw their way. Strength isn't just about muscles. It's about resilience. It's about having the ability to stand tall when life tries to knock you down. It's about looking adversity in the face and saying, "You will not break me." We'll have that talk. Struggle introduces you to yourself. It shows you what you are truly made of. When everything is going well, it's easy to feel strong. It's easy to feel like you have control. But true strength is revealed in the storm. It's revealed when everything seems to be falling apart, when you are tested beyond what you think you can handle. That's when your real power emerges. That's when you dig deep and realize that you have more inside you than you ever imagined. Pain is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts forever. Every setback, every failure, every disappointment is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to evolve into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. When you struggle, you have a choice. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can let it make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. The people who succeed in life, the people who achieve greatness, are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who took their struggles and turned them into fuel. Success is not something that happens overnight, nor is it something that falls into the lap of the lucky few. It is built brick by brick through persistence, through the refusal to quit, even when everything seems to be going against you. Too many people believe that success is about being in the right place at the right time or having connections that open doors. While those factors can play a role, they mean nothing without persistence. Those who achieve greatness are the ones who keep pushing forward despite setbacks, despite failures, despite moments when they feel like giving up. Every success story is a story of persistence. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These people did not rely on luck. They relied on their relentless drive to keep going, to keep improving, and to keep believing in themselves when no one else did. The world remembers them not because they got lucky, but because they refused to quit when the odds were stacked against them. Persistence is the willingness to keep taking action, even when results aren't immediate. Many people start with excitement and enthusiasm, but when they don't see instant results, they start to doubt themselves. They question whether they are capable, whether they are on the right path, whether they should even bother trying. But real success comes to those who push past the doubts, who stay consistent even when progress is slow. It is about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and trusting that every step forward is a step closer to the goal. The road to success is filled with obstacles. Challenges will arise, unexpected setbacks will test your patience, and failures will shake your confidence. But those who succeed are the ones who treat every obstacle as a lesson, every failure as an opportunity to grow. They understand that setbacks are not signs to stop, but signs to adjust, to learn, and to keep going stronger than before. The most successful people are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to let failure define them. It is easy to look at successful people and assume they have something special, that they possess talents and advantages that set them apart. But talent without persistence is wasted potential. There are countless talented people who never achieve their dreams simply because they give up too soon. On the other hand, there are people who started with nothing, who had no special advantages, but who made it because they refused to quit. Success is not about where you start. It is about how determined you are to keep moving forward. Every great achievement takes time. Success is a long game, not a quick win. Those who chase shortcuts, who expect instant gratification, who quit when things get tough, will never see the full potential of what they could have accomplished. The key is to stay patient, to trust the process, and to keep putting in the effort, even when the results are not yet visible. Growth happens beneath the surface, long before it becomes visible to the world. Doubt and fear will always be present, but persistence is what drowns them out. When you commit to your path, when you refuse to back down, when you show up no matter what, you silence the voices that try to hold you back. Persistence builds confidence. Every time you push past a challenge, every time you overcome an obstacle, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Success does not belong to the lucky, it belongs to the relentless. The people who rise to the top are not necessarily the smartest, the most gifted, or the most privileged. They are the ones who decide that no matter how hard it gets, they will keep going. They will wake up and do the work. They will embrace the struggle, knowing that every hardship is shaping them into someone stronger. They will keep moving forward until success is no longer a possibility, but an inevitability. The road to success is not a straight path. It's filled with setbacks, failures, doubts, and moments that test your spirit. But courage is not about never falling. It's about rising every single time you do. It's about standing firm when everything inside you wants to quit. The challenges you face are not there to stop you. They are there to shape you, to refine you, to make you stronger than you ever imagined. Every great success story is written with persistence, resilience, and an unshakable belief in pushing forward. Keep going, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, because every step you take in faith is a step closer to the life you were meant to live.